Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel again. Thank y'all so much for coming over, man. This was not what I was expecting to wake up to. Prosecutors dropped some charges, but not all of the charges in Diddy trial. My biggest question is, are these the state charges? Because I'm going to just say it. I'm going to just say it because he didn't say no. When I did that video, reacted to that video about Trump possibly pardoning Diddy, and he didn't say no. You know, because people talked about, like, even if he pardoned him, he can only pardon him for this, but he can't pardon him for, like, the state charges. So I'm just trying to figure out if the charges that are dropped, is it state charges? That's what I'm trying to figure out. This is crazy. This has been one of the craziest trials as far as, you know, dealing with the jury. People supposed to testify and they didn't. They went missing. People's identity getting leaked. Some celebrities being at these freak off. Like, this trial was not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it would be more information. I thought they would talk about or go into like more celebrities who were possibly there. I don't know. But I said the other day, I feel like something big is coming. And here we are. This is like days before they're supposed to have their final arguments or whatever, right? Please comment below what you guys think. Because I did that video the other day saying, is Diddy going to walk? We ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
With you now with some breaking celebrity dish news. Prosecutors have dropped some charges against Diddy. Joining us now is TMZ executive producer Harvey Levin with the latest late breaking details. I mean, Harvey, I can't get through your story here fast enough. What's the latest?
So it said from that little clip there, because again, when I'm reacting to stuff, even having the name or the word on the screen can be damaging to your channel. So it was saying the kid and the ST, like the, you know, when you take someone against their will, and the ST, that's what it said in that headline right there from TMZ. I'm pretty sure he's going to say it again, and then I'll talk about it again.
Okay, it's a little bit confusing, Marissa, but let me explain. The prosecution sent a letter to the judge saying they want to, the judge had asked prosecutors and defense to streamline the proposed jury instructions. The prosecution is saying, okay, so let's eliminate attempted arson and aiding and abetting. So now the question, what does that mean?
So they're saying attempted kid, like when you try to take someone, attempted arson, and so they're talking about like the Kid Cudi situation. And then when Capricorn Clark said Diddy took her against her will, like she didn't want to go, and he took her to go to Kid Cudi's house, and that's when allegedly the car was set on fire. Boy. I just remember, and I'm sorry to keep pausing, but just stuff is coming to my head as I'm listening. Stuff is just coming to my head, like in the beginning, how they were saying on those tapes, it was a lot of big names and some politicians on there. So who is this man protecting to get some charges dropped?
We know the arson relates to Diddy allegedly blowing up Kid Cudi's car,
right?
In a fit of jealousy, the fact that Kid Cudi had dated Cassie. So it would seem that they're saying we're just not going to pursue that when it comes to giving the jury instructions, because the jury never directly tied Diddy to the actual arson of the car.
What?
Now, they do mention the word attempted, so I suppose you can make the argument that they're going to not say he attempted it, he actually did it. But that doesn't make sense, because all they said in the testimony was that they believe he did it. And it went on fire, so it was done. So it seems like they're eliminating that. And similarly, when it comes, you may remember that there was testimony by Capricorn Clark, Diddy's assistant, saying that Diddy suspected her of stealing jewelry. They took her, put her in a warehouse, and gave her lie detector tests, and putting her in that warehouse was happening. It seems they're not going to pursue that. Am
I tripping, or is that weird to y'all that they're not pursuing that? I'm a little lost here, because I mean, even he said it's confusing. Boy, hey, this ain't. I'm still waiting for the Law and Crime channel to drop a video with Elizabeth, because I love listening to her detailed information. So I'm probably going to do another video talking about this. But what you mean? My mind is baffled.
And there was a second one involving this alleged victim, Jane. So it seems they're taking certain things off the table. But I got to be honest with you, the letter's a little bit confusing, but it definitely seems the prosecution is pulling back on what they are going to argue to the jury in closing argument.
Absolutely. And when it comes to the aiding and abetting, that charge is still there, but they're pulling back on even some of those details.
What?
And my guess is what they're pulling back on are things like Diddy's assistant booking a hotel room. I mean, how is, that's booking a hotel room, on.
It definitely appears as if the prosecution have found some weak spots in their case, potentially, and that's why they're giving the jury those instructions, before making their closing arguments. Thank you so much, Harvey. I know this was breaking news that you all have provided us with, and we'll certainly stay in the know as we continue to cover the outcome of this case. Just a reminder, you can catch Harvey and the entire...
Okay. The last one they talked about, I could see that, like, you're just booking the hotel. But the things that were taking place there. Again, I said if you sleep with someone, it's consensual, right? Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. We all know that. But if you sleep with or if you try to sleep with that same person again and they say no, it's not consensual, right? No matter the past history you have with this person, no means no. Even if you had a relationship with them in the past, intimately. The problem I have with this information that I just heard right now, it just seems like the prosecution tried to come in really hard and high with charges, like try to throw the book in him. And now at the end, as they're going over everything, they're like, I don't know about this. Maybe we should. Yeah. If I'm on the jury, this is bothering me. Like, literally, like, again, I could be very ignorant to this situation. I just don't know if this is normal, but I'm just talking about, like, throughout this whole case, there's been some questions about this jury. right? The jurors. And now you have this where the prosecution is pulling back on some charges with a jury that was already suspect. This don't look good at all. But again, I need to know what are the state charges, because if that's the stuff that they're pulling back on, I reacted to that video with Judge Mathis, who said he would give, with all the information that came out, I forgot, I think he said like 5 years or something like that he would be giving Diddy. And I just don't know about the state charges. I'm gonna say it again, because people, like, when you make videos and react to stuff with the titles like with Trump pardoned Diddy, people be like, there's no way he's going to do this. There's no. All right. Remember, for those who said that, hey, we gonna have to wait and see. And this is only if he's found guilty. I was saying the other day, I don't know. Now I really don't know. Let me look at some of the comments. I swear this whole trial was to humiliate Diddy instead of trying to imprison him. I don't think you can humiliate someone who really don't like. A lot of these people in the industry know what is going on behind closed doors. So it's not humiliating to the people he's around, because they already know. We're looking at it like, damn. A lot of people are looking at it like, man, this dude is freaky. And they know the other stuff as far as this domestic stuff that goes on. You know, it's like, it's weird to say, but this trial is almost set us up to be okay with the domestic stuff. You know what I mean? Because he's not being tried for that. It's like, all right, you know, we see what he did to Cassie. You know, the women testify that he did this, he did that. And then you follow that with a but, which is crazy. But that's not what he's on trial for. So that's okay. This is insane, man. This really is. They wait until the end to drop charges. This jury is already preaching. They said this isn't accurate. No charges were dropped. I don't know. I mean, the allegations, like, I don't know. People are saying weak case. Like, I feel like a lot of people will say they want him to be guilty mainly because of what they seen him do to Cassie. But it just sucks that nothing can happen because of that. Like, his character, his like, people see with all the testimony, they see the real Diddy, but everything is being alleged against him. But like I said before, the people in close proximity, people who witnessed this stuff, they already knew. And they are going to stick around. I really don't know what's going to happen, y'all. I don't. But this, stay tuned, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to do another video on this when more news come out. Like, share, and comment below, man. Peace out.